Return of Jesus, Conquest of Europe, Revelation chapter 16. I will explain chapter 16 line by line. It describes the capture of Europe by Jesus Christ to save his people from Antichrist. Chapter 16 is actually the chapter of angels that are involved in second descent of Jesus Christ and the natural disasters they will bring onto the enemy in support of Jesus Christ. Angels are involved from the beginning to the end, so we get a picture of the complete story from this chapter. Background knowledge. Rise of Second Beast Empire. Chapter 13 of Revelation clearly says that the second beast is Antichrist. It will gain immense influence on United Europe. According to Bible prophecies, Babylon USA will be defeated by the North and Middle Eastern countries before the appearance of second beast, that is Antichrist. This is the scenario. A big group of Christians will join with Muslims and defeat another group of Christians. It is according to Hadith. Hadith give no more description about this alliance. We can know it from Holy Bible. A strong people is coming from the north. A mighty nation, stirred up from the far ends of the earth, are men armed with bows and spears, who are cruel and without mercy. They sound like the roaring sea as they ride on galloping steeds. They come in battle formation against you, daughter of Babylon. Here, daughter of Babylon means Babylon USA. Jeremiah, Holy Bible. So these are northern countries, countries like Russia and European countries. They will go against Babylon USA. Prepare the nations for war against Babylonia. Send for the kings of the Medes, their leaders and officials, and armies of all the countries they rule. Jeremiah, Holy Bible. So these are Medes, Middle Eastern countries. Those are Muslim countries who will join with the North and go against Babylon USA. So opposing forces are Russia, EU countries, Arabs, Turks, etc. versus USA and maybe Canada. USA, that is Mystery Babylon, will face a devastating defeat and will never rise again. According to Hadith, then enmity will develop between allied Christians and Muslims. Christians will ask for the prisoners of war that Muslims will not hand over. Christians will attack Muslims. According to Hadith, in this offensive, Christians will have 70 flags. And under each flag, there will be 12,000 soldiers. We know in army, divisions bear flags. And in a division, there are roughly about 12,000 soldiers. So there will be 70 divisions coming from Europe. So opposing forces are Arabs, Turks, Persians, etc. versus all European countries. According to Hadith, this massive Christian offensive will be marked by capturing of Constantinople by Christians. Subsequently, Christians and their allies will capture all Muslim countries except Makkah and Medina. Muslims will be in total despair and start waiting for promised leader, Imam Mahdi. Imam Mahdi will appear in Makkah. From the related hadith, it is clear Imam Mahdi will only drive out Christians from Muslim territories. He will not enter into Christian countries. From Holy Bible, it seems he will not also attack Israel. except later in support of Jesus Christ. According to Hadith, Christians will be so defeated that they will never come to Muslim territory again. At this stage, Jesus will descend. It is according to Hadith. Rise of Second Beast Empire. Formation of United Europe relates to the destruction of Babylon USA. After the defeat of Babylon USA, European countries will feel themselves unsecured because USA that used to ensure their security is lost. Probably Europeans will unite and form one country. They may also unite after they lose Muslim territories to Imam Mahdi. As a binding force, politicians will use religion. And the most powerful religious institution the politicians would find is Vatican. At this crucial time, false prophet or Antichrist will appear. Antichrist will gain great influence on the new empire, that is United Europe. He will put mark on forehead and hand of his supporters. Others will be isolated. Nobody will buy and sell with them. Therefore, in United Europe, God-fearing people will be in great difficulties. This is the situation when Jesus will descend in Damascus. According to Hadith, Jesus will descend 1 to 2 years after the appearance of Imam Mahdi. Jesus will at first capture Israel. In Israel, he will prepare his army. Those are 144,000 Jewish soldiers. Army of Jesus Christ. Revelation 14, verse 1 to 4, relevant portion. I was given another vision. The Lamb, Jesus Christ, was standing on Mount Zion, surrounded by 144,000 people. These are given to follow the Lamb wherever he goes. They are the first taken from the humankind, who are already of God and the Lamb. These 144,000 people are army of Jesus Christ. Army of Jesus will conquer Europe to save people from Antichrist. From Israel, they will move into Europe. These are clearly stated in the book of Zakaria. From Holy Bible, we come to know at first Jesus will capture Israel. 2/3 of Jews will die and rest will be very good. Not only Jews, during that time, many people in the world will die. So at first, Jesus will capture Israel. This is said in this verse. The Lord Almighty says, wake up sword and attack the shepherd who works for me. Kill him and the sheep will be scattered. I will attack my people. These my people are Jews. And throughout the land, 2/3 of the people will die. And I will test the third that survives, and will purify them as silver is purified by fire. Zakaria chapter 13, verse 7 to 9, Holy Bible. So army of Jesus, 144,000, will be collected from this 1/3, purified as silver. Then Jesus will carry out offensive against Greece. Here Greece means Europe. This is said in this verse. I will use Judah like a soldier's bow, and Israel like the arrows. I will use the men of Zion like a sword to fight the men of Greece. Here Greece means Europe. Zakaria chapter 9 verse 13, Holy Bible. In these two major wars, Muslims will help. That is, Imam Mahdi will help. The Lord will appear above his people. He will shoot his arrows like lightning. The sovereign Lord will sound the trumpet. He will march in the storms from the south. Zakaria chapter 9, verse 14, Holy Bible. In the south, there are Muslim countries where there will be Imam Mahdi at that time. So according to this verse, Imam Mahdi will help Jesus Christ in his invasion in Europe. Revelation 16, conquest of Europe. Revelation 16, the first angel bearing disease of painful sores. Chapter 16 describes the divine assistance that will be provided to Jesus Christ. Revelation 16, verse 1. I heard a loud voice calling from the sanctuary to the 7 angels. Go and empty on the earth the 7 cups of the wrath of God. Verse 2. The first angel went to empty the cup on the earth, and malignant and painful swords appeared on the people who bore the mark of the beast and had bowed before its image. With these natural disasters, the forces of Antichrist will be softened up. Then the forces of Jesus, 144,000, will move into Europe. The second angel is spoiling water of the sea. Verse 3. The second angel emptied his cup into the sea, which turned into blood like that of the dead. And every living thing in the sea died. Sea that will turn into blood. This pouring of plagues has a sequence. At first, the sea will be contaminated. It is the sea between Jerusalem and Greece. Here Greece means Europe. Mediterranean Sea. Not only the fishes will die, the naval forces of the Antichrist supporting Beast Empire government will also die. And the forces of Jesus will cross the Mediterranean. The third angel is spoiling water of the rivers. Verse 4. The third angel emptied his cup into the rivers and springs, which turned into blood. Verse 5. And I heard the angel of the water says, You who are and who were, O Holy One, you are just in punishing them in this way. Verse 6. Since they have shed the blood of your holy ones and the prophets, you have made them drink blood. They rightly deserved it. Verse 7. I heard another cry from the altar. Yes, Lord and God, Master of the universe, your judgments are true and just. Once the forces of Jesus will reach on the land, rivers and springs of Beast Empire will turn into blood. The fourth angel increasing sun's temperature. Verse 8. The fourth angel poured out his cup on the sun, and its heat began to scorch people. Verse 9. They were severely burned and began to insult God, who has power over those plagues, instead of acknowledging him. The forces of Jesus will be 144,000 Jewish soldiers. They are from the desert. They will be able to sustain the scorching heat somehow. But the soldier of Beast Empire, United Europe, will head it. Fifth angel put Europe in sudden darkness. Verse 10. The fifth angel emptied his cup on the throne of the beast, and suddenly his kingdom was in darkness, and the people beat their tongues in agony. Verse 11. They insulted the Most High God for their pain and wounds, but they did not repent. Battle will be carried into Europe. Gas and electric supply will be disrupted. Forces of Imam Mahdi will also enter in Europe. You may remember Nostradamus' prophecy. Green turban will enter in Rome. Pope will be beheaded. But at that time of Antichrist, there will be no human Pope in Vatican. It will be a talking statue of the sixth head of Vatican. Its head will be beheaded. Head of the statue will be beheaded. However, it is sinful to believe prophecies of other people. One can only believe the prophecies of Holy Bible, the religious prophecies. Finally, the empire will be captured by the joint forces of Jesus Christ and Imam Mahdi. However, in front of a prophet of God, nobody can raise his voice. Don't even look at his eyes. Just follow his orders. So Imam Mahdi will just follow the orders of Jesus Christ. His force is not actually a joint force. It would be an under command force of Jesus Christ. At this stage, Europe is captured. Confronting the East, Battle of Armageddon. Gog-Magog, first battle. The sixth angel dried up Euphrates. Verse 12. The sixth angel poured out his cup on the great river Euphrates. Then its water was dried up, leaving a free passageway for the kings of the east. At this time, the far west USA is already defeated. North is captured by Jesus Christ. South is the domain of Imam Mahdi. Countries like Iran, Afghanistan, though do not fall in the south, will be in the domain of Imam Mahdi, meaning it will be under Jesus Christ. Therefore, these eastern countries are Mongoloid countries, all countries from China to Japan. Verse 13. I saw coming from the mouths of the monster, the beast and the false prophet, three unclean spirits, which looked like frogs. The beast, a statue of the sixth head of Vatican, will be destroyed. And the false prophet, second beast, or Antichrist, will be killed. At the time of destruction of death, two unclean spirits will come out of their mouths. Those are spirits of demon, the main criminals. Another unclean spirit will come out of the mouth of monster. Monster means main shaitan. He don't need to die to bring out demon from his mouth. When he will be arrested by angels for 1,000 years, this demon will come out from his mouth. These three will then go to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle on the great day of God. Verse 14. They are in fact spirits of demon that perform marvelous things and go to the kings of the whole world to gather them for the battle on the great day of God, the master of the universe. These three unclean demon spirits will bring the forces against Jesus Christ from the east at a place named Armageddon, concluding the descent of Jesus Christ. Verse 15. Be aware, I come like a thief. Happy is the one who stays awake and does not take off his clothes, so he will not have to go naked, and his whole body is exposed for all to see. Above words in this chapter is the end statement of the coming of Jesus Christ. With the next battle, that is Battle of Armageddon, first battle of Gog-Magog, events related to the descent of Jesus Christ ends. From verse 17, it talks about events that will happen after 1,000 years. This Gog-Magog first battle, this is Gog-Magog first battle, and organized by the spirits of Shaitan, Antichrist, and the beast. This battle is organized by spirits of Shaitan, Antichrist, and the beast. Revelation 20 tells about another Gog-Magog war that will be organized by the Shaitan himself when he will be released after 1000 years. So first battle of Gog-Magog is organized by spirits and second battle is organized by Shaitan himself. It is according to Revelation 20. At that time, Jesus has already captured Europe. Mongoloids, all countries from China to Japan will unite. And they will come to a place called Armageddon. Verse 16. They then assembled them at the place called Armageddon in Hebrew, or hills of Megiddo. It is called hills of Megiddo at present. It is in Israel. However, Imam Mahdi may not be living during the battle of Armageddon. According to Hadith, Imam Mahdi will die 1 to 2 years after the descent of Jesus Christ. Bible indicates he will assist Jesus in capturing Europe. It does not say his presence in the battle of Armageddon. At that time, Europe will be under Jesus Christ, and he is powerful enough to smash the enemy at Armageddon. I have doubt about this matter. There may not be any Gog-Magog first battle. There may be only one Gog-Magog invasion after 1000 years of the descent of Jesus Christ. I think it is two, because as in previous verse, 3 unclean spirits goes to bring forces from the east. Why there should be so much delay? However, final destruction of Gog-Magog will be after 1000 years, as it is clearly stated in Revelation 20. If there is no Gog-Magog first invasion, they will come to Armageddon after 1000 years. Next world order. Next world order within next 50 years. Seventh Pope, Pope Benedict XVI, lives for another 40 years maximum. He is already around 80. As per Bible, 8th Pope is supportive to Antichrist. 8th Pope is supportive to Antichrist. 8th Pope is the 6th Pope who will return through a statue made by Antichrist. Spirit of 6th Pope will return through a statue made by Antichrist. They will exist for 7 years. So 40 plus 7 is equal to 47. Battle of Armageddon, roughly within 3 years, if there is any first battle of Armageddon. Sorry, if there is any first Gog-Magog battle. If there is no first Gog-Magog battle, this battle of Armageddon will be held after 1000 years. 47 plus 3 is equal to 50. Within next 50 years, Babylon USA will be defeated. Antichrist will appear. Europe will be united. Jesus will descend, and the new world order will be set. However, this calculation is correct if 8th Pope comes just after 7th Pope. If after the 7th Pope, Vatican remains vacant for some period of time, the calculation is wrong. In light of Holy Bible, we may predict that Gog-Magog will be defeated in Armageddon, but will not be annihilated. For next 1000 years, the world will be divided in 3 primary divisions. Number 1, Empire of Jesus Christ, with its capital at Zion. It will include present Christians and Muslim territories, except North and South America. Americans who went from Europe will come back to old world at the time of Jesus Christ. They will come back to the empire of Jesus Christ. mainly in Europe. Present America will be a country of Gog Magog. Mexicans will not come back. Serial 2. African superpower. A superpower will rise in Africa. It is Dapple Horse of 7 seals that goes to the south. It is according to Bible prophecies. Serial 3. In all other places the earth, in all other places of the earth, Gog Magog will be settling. Therefore, in Holy Bible we may find Gog Magog coming from such places where we see no Gog Magog at present. Earth's demography will be changed in these 1000 years. People who are killed because they denied to worship the beast and receive his marks will be alive. A human die for once, so they will never die again. They will be controlling the empire of Jesus Christ for 1000 years. After 1000 years, Gog Magog, second destruction. Subsequent verses of chapter 16 describe the second destruction of Gog Magog, 1000 years after the descent of Jesus Christ. As we know it from the Revelation chapter 20. Revelation chapter 20, verse 7 and 8. At the end of those 1000 years, Shaitan will be released from his prison. Then he will set out to deceive the nations of the four corners of the world, namely Gog and Magog, and gather them for war. What an army, so numerous, like the sand of the seashore. This Gog Magog war will be organized by Shaitan himself, when he will be released after 1000 years. That is the time when the seventh angel will pour down its plague. Babylon USA will be broken in 3 pieces. Seventh plague will be preserved for Gog Magog, because Bible says 7 plagues are the last wraiths of God. It is said in chapter 15, verse 1. Then I saw another great and marvelous sign in the heavens. 7 angels brought 7 plagues, which are the last. For with these the wrath of God will end. So 7 plagues are the last plagues. Therefore, the last one, seventh plague will be preserved. Seventh plague will be preserved for Gog Magog, because Bible says 7 plagues are the last wrath of God. So 1 plague will be kept preserved for the second war after 1000 years. The seventh angel and the plague, thunder and earthquake. Verse 17. The seventh angel emptied his cup into the air. Then a voice came forth from the throne and was heard outside the sanctuary, saying, It is done. Verse 18. And there were flashes of lightning, peals of thunder, and a violent earthquake. No, never has been an earthquake so violent since people existed on earth. Verse 19. The great city was split into 3, while the cities of the nations collapsed. For the time had come for Babylon the Great to be remembered before God, and to be given the cup of foaming wine of his anger. Verse 20. Then the continents withdrew, and the mountain ranges hid. Verse 21. Great hailstorms from heaven, as heavy as stones, dropped on the people. And the people insulted God because of this disastrous hailstorm. For it was truly a terrible plague. This massive destruction after 1000 years is short time before the doomsday. To summarize, chapter 16 describes the help of God. God's help will come in the form of natural disasters. Enemy will be softened by natural disasters. Simultaneously, soldiers of Jesus, that 144,000, will move into Europe. The big force that will come from the east will be destroyed at Armageddon. It is the first Gog-Magog war. After the battle of Armageddon, Jesus will consolidate his victory. After 1,000 years, Gog-Magog will again come. This time they will be destroyed by great natural disaster. There will be earthquake, big stones will fall from the sky. America will break into 3 pieces. All islands will sink. All hills will be level. This destruction is short time before doomsday. This was all about chapter 16. Please visit part 9. Thank you.